Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today you are going to see me install this lace frontal wig that my client made herself. I added highlights to this unit for her, and I also of course customized it and plucked it out for her and installed it for her. You guys are pretty much going to see everything that I did from start to finish in this video. You're going to see how I did the ball cap method, how I cut the lace off, pretty much everything, how I curled and styled the hair. So if you guys would like to see how this looks in the end, please keep watching. For my frontal installs, I really just like to start off with braids that's going straight back. That's just the easiest and to me makes the flattest foundation. Then I just take my pads and clean around the face to get all the oils off and put on the stocking cap that matches closest to your client's head. In this case, this is the color I used for her today. So you want to make sure that the cap is covered by the ears, and also use your eyebrow razor or whatever razor just to cut out the ear so that the cap will allow the ear to come through. Now you guys, I learned this technique from Glamazante. I swear by it, and it works so good. Next, you want to just take your Got2b free spray and spray along the hairline of your client so that you can get, into the hairs and mold it down so that the cap can kind of dry attached to your hairline, if that makes sense. And don't mind me, I really just go OD when I'm using this free spray because it works so good. This is the only thing I use to lay my caps down for my clients. After that, you're just going to take the blow dryer and set the cap. After you finish drying your cap, you just want to take your razor or scissors and go and cut all the excess cap off that's not stuck down to your client's head. And when I tell you guys to be very careful when you're doing this, you don't want to accidentally cut your client or just cut anything that you're not supposed to. So I really just go and take my scissors and my razor and go section by section, little by little at a time. I don't just go straight into the hairline and just cut all of it off, because you don't want to make a mistake and cut any extra cap off. So I'm just going to continue doing that and do it on the other side, and then I'll come back. Throughout the video, you guys are going to see me keep using these pads. That's just because I don't want any extra residue on her forehead while I'm trying to lay the lace, because that would be very hard for the glue to stick. But that's her wig, and I'm just making sure, measuring everything out to see if I need to cut any extra cap, if it fits correctly, and just basically how it looks. So right here, you just want your client to hold each side of her wig by the lace so you can cut out these ear tabs so that her ear can be visible, and that she's also able to put the hair behind her ear. So you're just going to do that on each side, and also really be very careful by the ear because you do not want to cut someone's ear. After that, I'm just going to take some makeup, put along the lace to help it blend more, because the lace honestly was a little light, but we still made it work. So you're just going to go ahead and put some makeup along the lace and going to prepare it for install. Before you start cutting the lace off, you want to brush all the baby's hairs back so that you won't make a mistake and cut any extra hairs off. So you're just going to go in either with your scissors or your razor and begin to cut the lace off while your client is holding the lace. That helps you get a better face shape for the lace, real customized look. You guys will see that in some clips I'm using the razor, and then in some clips that I'm using my scissors, and that's just because depending on which angle that I'm cutting at, one is better for the other. Like sometimes I can use the razor on a certain angle and because it cuts closer, and sometimes I need the scissors to cut in like a bigger section or bigger pieces of lace, if that makes sense. But here I'm just starting to take the lace and cut in sections so that I can, cut at the way I want. So I always lift the lace up just to see and to make sure that I'm not cutting too far back and that any cap will be shown. So again, I'm just cutting in a jagged motion, and I'm going to finish doing that. Add some more powder on the lace to help it blend better, and then I'm going to also get ready to install. You always want to make sure wherever you're using to apply your glue or blend in your glue that it's clean, because you don't want anything else on the skin but the glue. So always make sure you clean the applicator and that you use something smooth to smooth it in. This is why I use the popsicle sticks. I cannot tell y'all, because I can't remember who I got this method from, but let me tell you, this really works because this is the flattest surface. So applying the glue is really easy and it helps to get really even. So after that, I'm going to blow dry the glue until it dries clear. Then I'm going to do that 2 more times. So each section I'm going to be doing, I apply the glue 3 times, blow dry it, and then move on, to the next section. After the glue has dried clear, you want to lightly but yet firmly place the lace into the glue. You don't want to use your fingers too much because that has oils on the end of them and that can cause the lace to lift. So I go in with my comb and just blow dry it on cool to, really get it set. Now, I'm going to keep going in as I install and cut off the extra lace. I just always leave more lace on, that way I have room to fix my errors. So I always remember to cut off less lace than more, because you always have room to go back and fix it. Let me tell y'all, it is honestly best to work in sections because this process is really long and tedious, especially if you're, just getting used to it, because you don't want to do anything wrong and mess up. It's really best to take your time, because when you take your time, it's going to come out exactly how you want it. So just take your time, don't rush it, and just each step. So I start off with one side, then I do the middle section, then I do the last side, and I of course keep going back in and cutting off all the extra lace. Now here I know that the lace may look a little lighter, but that's okay, because when I do my baby hairs and then I set the edges and everything, it's really gonna come tight in and it's basically gonna bake, if that makes sense. That's my definition of baking for hair. When I let it set with these wrap strips, it's gonna be good. But yeah, I'm just pulling out the baby hairs right now, and I'm getting ready to use my razors to cut. With this also, y'all, cut less and then go in and cut more off. So as you can see, I'm starting off with them longer, then I'm going shorter. The more foam you use, the easier it would be to lay your baby hairs. Like, I honestly can't really explain to y'all how I do my baby hairs. Like, you will just have to watch. Like, until I can get a real good explanation on how I do them, I really just cannot. But the mousse helps because it moves the hair and it's not like stiff. I don't advise using edge control on any lace frontal. To me, that just would make it crunchy. So if you use mousse or something light, like maybe Eco Solid Gel, but just a dab, then that's fine also. But I don't use anything other than the mousse. I do not use Got To Be. I just can't get what Got To Be gel. Only thing I use of Got To Be is the freeze spray, and that's it. But yes, just keep using the mousse to mold your baby hairs, and you will be great. Edges laid, sis, okay? Have your client hold this wrap strip while you tie her hair up in the back and tie it. This is going to set your baby hairs. This is going to set the glue on the frontal and everything. So now I'm just going to mold her hair basically with some more wrapping foam, mousse, whatever you guys want to call it. Since she wanted the middle part, I parted her hair and gave her a middle part. And now I'm just gonna go in with styling with the wand curl. I did like basically like baby doll wand curls, if that makes sense. If y'all guys want a detailed video on me styling and doing these exact curls, then just leave it down in the comment section. But yes, I'm just gonna continue to go through her whole head and do these curls, and I'll come back. I love the way wand curls look. Like any way you do them, the waves, whatever. But I've come back, I finished with both sides, so now I'm just about to get ready to do my finishing touches. I'm going to add some more Got To Be's freeze spray on the edges and my slick stick. This is to get ready to hot comb, so I can hot comb these in places like this. See, she's loving her hair so far. Make sure you guys test your hot comb before you put it on your hair. You don't want to burn the person or the hair. I always put it against my hand just to make sure, that it's not too hot. But yes, I'm going in with the edges, of course, to make sure those are laid, and also by the part to get the hair as flat as possible. So now I'm cutting off the wrap strip. And this is what her hair looks like fresh out the wrap strip. Now here I'm showing you guys that I made a mistake, because when I did wrap my wrap strip the first time, I tied it like too tight. So basically it pulled up the lace, like it was pulling the lace back, so it slipped up. But that's fine. We're just gonna clean it up, go back in with some more Ghost Bond glue and put it back down. So while that's setting, I'm going to just go in, touch up her hair a little more. I laid her lace back down. And yeah, you guys will see the finished look in a few. Y'all please disregard how I look. Like, most of 9 times out of 10, if I'm doing someone else's hair, I look very crusty. Like, I'm just being honest. But upon request, my client, she asked me to sew down her wig just because she won't be taking it off. And this also helps, it lasts longer. So I'm just gonna sew down basically all from the end of her frontal to the other side of her frontal, behind her ears and underneath. And this is just gonna keep it extra secure. I go back in with my slick stick and my free spray just to put down any last flyaways and to set the hair one last time. And no, you guys, her hair is not stiff, her hair is not oily. All of the stuff I've used, like, I use it in the right amounts. That way it won't be oily, it'll still have motion and body. But yes, guys, this is the last portion of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is how her hair came out. I hope you guys like this type of video. If you did, please let me know in the comment section. If you want to see any other install videos or just any other videos, please let me know. I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.